Hello everyone, my name is Hassan Shibli. I'm a civil rights attorney and executive director here at CARE Florida, and I have a very important message for all of you, and I'm trying this again because it didn't look like the last time we did this worked. This is extremely problematic right now, my brothers and sisters. We've documented that American Muslims are less than 1% of the population, and the chances of getting selected for secondary inspection is also 1%. So American Muslims are 1% of the population, but the chances of getting stopped by U.S. Customs for secondary inspection is 1%. And yet, whenever you audit who is being selected by secondary inspection and who's being questioned and interrogated by U.S. Customs in secondary inspection, 50 to 75% of the room will be American Muslims, even though the chances of getting stopped for that are 1% and we are 1% of the population. We've documented how U.S. Customs is disproportionately targeting law-abiding American Muslims without any due cause or any suspicion. And at the same time, about half the American Muslim community is often being targeted by U.S. Customs when they travel and held for hours. And you know what's happening? They're being asked very intrusive questions about their religious beliefs, how many times a day. These are literal questions. Are you a devout Muslim? How many times a day do you pray? What school of thought do you follow? What Muslim scholars do you listen to? What's your social media? Open your cell phone, unlock your cell phone. Give us all the data in your cell phone. Give us your friends and family's contact information. What do they teach in your mosque? Give us your mosque's contact information. Extremely disturbing questions targeting the American Muslim community. And what's worse, what's happening is that U.S. Customs is actually taking that information and sharing it with the FBI, essentially creating a registry of American Muslims. So please take a quick second right now and share this video. Click share. We need everybody to hear this message. Please get the word out. We are now officially calling for American Muslim U.S. citizens to refuse to answer any questions by U.S. Customs at secondary inspection. Now, there's primary inspection and secondary inspection. Primary inspection is when you're coming out of the airplane and the first officers you meet at the booth, or if you're driving in your car, the officers you meet at the booth, that's primary inspection. That's what normal people go through. So they're going to ask you, where did you come from? Where did you go? Answer all those questions truthfully and honestly. You also have to declare anything you're bringing in. You have to declare if you're bringing in over $10,000 or more as a group. You have to make those declarations. So answer all primary inspections truthfully and honestly. Never lie. However, if you get selected for secondary inspection and they take you aside and they say, sir, we're going to select you for random inspection, that's a lie. It is not random. We've documented and proved that they're disproportionately targeting Americans because of their religion. And if you're an American citizen and you get selected for secondary inspection, we all need to be united so we don't reinforce this unconstitutional, disproportionate targeting of American Muslims. What we need you to do is the minute they take you in for secondary inspection, an officer comes to speak to you, tell them, sir, I am an American citizen. I want to speak to your supervisor. I want a lawyer. I feel like I am being targeted because of my religion. And you refuse to answer any questions. You refuse to answer any questions. And do not unlock your phone. The ACLU says you do not have to unlock your phone. And the ACLU also says you do not have to give them your cell phone password. Just sit there, let them search your stuff, let them search your phone. Remember, as an American citizen, they must let you in the country. As an American citizen, they absolutely must let you in the country. They cannot deny you entry, nor can they really detain you without probable cause or suspicion. So all you need to do, if you're an American citizen, and you get selected for secondary questioning by U.S. Customs when you're coming back into America, you absolutely refuse to answer any questions, and you ask to speak to a supervisor, you say, I want a lawyer, and I feel like I'm being religiously targeted. We need to create the evidence to prove, to show that they are disproportionately targeting us. And then the minute you get out, and you will get out, inshallah, when you get out, contact CARE Florida, contact your local CARE office, contact the ACLU, and tell them that you've been religiously profiled. We can no longer enable this disproportionate targeting of American Muslims. U.S. Customs has gone on the record. The White House has gone on the record saying they will target American Muslims. They will target people born of Syria, born of Yemen, born of Muslim majority countries, even though there has not been one fatal terrorist attack in this country. There has not been one fatal terrorist attack in this country since 1975 by anyone from those countries. But the government has gone on the record declaring that it will target even U.S. citizens of the American Muslim community for enhanced questioning and enhanced scrutiny. Donald Trump, Giuliani has recently admitted that Donald Trump went to him and said, how can I create a legal Muslim ban? This isn't just targeting non-citizens, it's even targeting American citizens. With American citizens, they have to let them in the country. But what they're doing is they're disproportionately targeting American Muslims and taking them aside to ask them very personal and invasive questions like how many times a day do you pray, what school of thought you follow, all this nonsense. This is unacceptable, it is un-American, it is illegal, and we cannot enable it. How do we refuse? Well, again, if you're at primary inspection, answer basic questions. But if you get selected for secondary inspections, tell the officer with polite, don't physically resist, and you must physically comply with all orders. But besides that, if they ask, if the minute they start asking you any questions whatsoever at secondary, say, sir, I want to speak to a supervisor. I'm an American citizen. I've verified my identity. I want a lawyer, and I will not answer any further questions because I believe I am being religiously profiled. And that's it. Don't say a word more. Sit there until they give you your passport and they let you leave, and they must let you leave. And then the minute you get out, contact CARE so we can continue to push and challenge this unjust, unconstitutional targeting of Americans because of their religion, something that is ultimately protected by the U.S. Constitution. That is the biggest threat to liberty, my brothers and sisters. Government overreach. We will challenge, we will rise, we will overcome. Please, again, pass this message far and wide. Share this to everyone. Tell the American Muslim community who are U.S. citizens to express dissent by refusing to ever answer any questions in secondary inspection. And we all should say the same thing so they know that we are united. We will all say the same thing. Sir, I'm an American citizen. I verified my